this is Ralph Lockley with SoutheasternGeneralContractors.com. In today's vlog, I'm going to be showing you our exact process for making selections when building a brand new custom home. So if you're thinking about building or in the process of building, you're going to want to stop, get a pen, get a piece of paper, and take the notes so you can see the exact process we've learned to develop while working with clients to make this process as simple and easy as possible. You're not going to want to miss it. So our first step when making selections on any build is very simple. That first step is you make all of those selections way before you're ever ready to build. The reason why you want to do that is because you don't want to wait until you start building to make selections. That's where a lot of the issues will start to arise. So take our advice, get all the selections made up front. That's exactly what we're doing here today. And when we're at our suppliers and our vendors' showroom, the first place we stop is, guess where? The appliance section. And the reason why we stop there is you get your appliances selected first because that's what your cabinets will be based around. So our procedure is really simple. I'm going to run through it, take some notes, and then I'm going to show you a visual component of what each one of those steps look like. After you get your appliance selected, then we move over to our kitchen cabinets and countertops. In the kitchen cabinets and countertops, you'll see there's many different selections. The main thing is we let the owner sit down with the cabinet designer, get all the bells and whistles that they want to have included until they solidify a particular design style. Then they move over to picking out granite. When they pick out granite, they coordinate the colors with the countertops, with the cabinets and the countertops. They kind of mesh together. And the way I've learned to educate the clients is to use technology. You've got sites like Pinterest.com, House.com. We go on there and I have them to find inspirational images that they see that they like, and then that can serve as a blueprint for making those selections. So now that we have the appliances selected, now that we have the kitchen cabinets and bath cabinets and the countertops, our next stop is going to be making selections when it comes to the hardware for those cabinetry. And really it's really simple. Once you get those selections and you have your Pinterest boards and your house pins ideas, you can look at those images and see what hardware they're using for those cabinet styles that you chose or that your client chose, and then you can kind of somewhat mix and match or mimic the inspirational images that you have. And that's what we do on a day-to-day basis, and it works out great. So now that we've got all that selected, we've got the appliances, we've got the cabinets, we've got the countertops, we've got the hardware, the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to go over and we're going to look at flooring. You've got ceramic tile, porcelain tile, hardwood, carpet, backsplashes, showers, the whole works. And now that we've gotten all those items completed and specified, we've got an allowance for each one. We make sure that we're on budget or over budget. Sometimes we're going to be over, but we always get finished making all of our selections and then tally up the exact cost to see exactly how much we're over or under budget, and then adjust from there. So let's go over to the flooring section where it all happens when making all the flooring selections for every single project. So now we're in the flooring section. Everything we've done up to this point has built up to helping us make the flooring selection. We've got the cabinet style selected, we've got the granite, got the appliances, and now we're here to make the flooring selection. So we take those sample doors for the cabinetry and the granite countertops and the images from Pinterest.com or House.com, and we lay this out on one of these tables with the owners, with the clients, and then we start looking at floor samples. And we start laying those floor samples out on the table and let the owners see this, and then start mixing and matching different hardwood flooring, different ceramic tile. We go to the master showers, get ideas from Pinterest also for what the shower should look like with the borders, with the accent tile. And then we just sit down and go through these processes using the reference images till we solidify actual selections, make and model numbers for all the flooring in the kitchen, the utility room, the bathrooms, the mud rooms, everywhere that those flooring selections are needed to be made. We get those specified, and the goal is when we leave this particular showroom that we have the appliances selected, we have the cabinets, we have the countertops, we have the hardware, we have the flooring, hardwood, tile, carpet, the shower, the backsplashes, have the whole kit and caboodle selected before we leave from here. And then when we leave from this showroom, we're off to go select lighting, and then we're also going to select plumbing. So this is the order that we do this, and again, we do this before we ever start any project so we don't have to slow down out in the field. We've tried it every single way that there is to try it, and this is by far the best way. So we get all the work done up front, so we don't have to stop or slow down during the build process and wonder what these selections are going to be. So the next stop, we're going to be over at the lighting showroom to make those selections, and then we're going to finish off today over making the plumbing selections.
Southeastern General Contractors, where making clients happy is our #1 goal. Learn more at southeasterngeneralcontractors.com.
So now we're headed over to our lighting vendor, and the things you're going to want to know and to make sure that you've planned properly for is that you're going to want to carry the electrical plan for the project. If you don't have an electrical plan already signed off on by your clients, I would suggest don't do it. Always get an electrical plan drawn up. It shows where all the light fixtures are going, all the light switches, exterior lighting as far as floodlights, lighting around garage door openings, or if it's in the soffits. Have all that laid out, have the homeowners already sign off on it, and have your lighting allowance already indicated, and give that to the clients. Give them a copy so when you meet with them, just like I'm headed over to meet with them now, they're already meeting with the designer there who already knows the electrical layout. They know what goes where, the quantities of what goes where, and they have an allowance sheet to keep them within a certain budget. So now I'm just going over basically to document how the process should work, and I wanted to share with you that's something I've learned. If you'll do those 3 things, or those few things that I've just mentioned, you will save yourself a whole lot of headaches and struggles by doing it the hard way and learning like what we've had to do. So we'll be over at the lighting store in just a moment. We're going to walk in and check out the progress that's been made so far. So we're here in the showroom for the electrical light fixtures, and keep in mind what we've already talked about as far as what to look out for and what you should bring to these type of places. We've got the floor plan, as you can see. We're meeting with the homeowners, looking over the electrical plan, and we're already noticing some things we're going to have to pivot on. Some light fixtures are getting omitted. We're kind of changing up. So we're going to keep tabs of all these things that we're doing, and we're using a red ink pen. And so as we're going through making notes of the different things we're changing, we're keeping tabs on that. And then with this size of a home, this is a very large home, so part of our strategy is going to adjust a bit, but we bring the plans in. We've got an electrical plan. We start going over it. Normally we're able to make selections, making models, but on this job, because of the largeness, if that's a word, of this project is causing us to have to shift up just a bit. And so we're going to go out on site after the house is roughed in and actually then make the selections. But the homeowners has got catalogs that they're going to take home with them, be looking through those catalogs, getting an idea of what their style is. They're going to be looking on build.com, Pinterest, and House, and all of that. And in the meantime, we're going to go back to the office because as you see, we're adjusting the layout from what we originally had, and that needs to get reflected back on our plans. So what's getting accomplished is we're doing all that, making the final tweaks to the plans. I'm recording videos as we're making updates in the field to our group, letting them know exactly what's being changed, what's being tweaked, so that can get added to the final version of the floor plan. So we're not actually making the final selections for light fixtures here today. So this is going to be a continuation of this particular process, but we're going to head over to Hubbard's, which is a local plumbing supply, and we're going to actually start making some of the plumbing selections so we can continue on with our plumbing rough-in stage. So for the selection process of the electrical, that's what it consists of at this point. Bring the blueprints in, electrical plan, go over it with the lighting specialist, make sure anything that needs to pivot or change that you get that documented. And then for us, we always keep our team in the loop in our group messenger to where they know exactly what we're doing, and the clients are in that messenger group as well, so everyone stays on the same page, even though we're not able to solidify all the lighting selections in this one meeting here today. So next up, we're going to be stopping over, getting a look at the plumbing fixtures, and hopefully get that wrapped up, and that'll give you an idea of what all the steps have been in getting the selections from plumbing to electrical to cabinets, countertops, and all of that. And the key thing is, on this project, such a large project, we did not do everything up front, but this is becoming our standard moving forward, to where we won't even start a project until all these items are intact up front. And if you'll do this, your projects will go even more smoother than probably what you've ever experienced. And that's the exact reason why we're doing it, to get all this out the way up front, so when we do start, we can keep it moving and the homeowners don't have to take time off of work or be stressed out during the entire build process. And that's what we all want, right? Is a smooth build process. So follow along, let's go over to the plumbing supply. so now we're in the showroom, and the first things we do is we come in, we meet with the designer, the folks that help us pick out the selections and make the selections. We bring in a set of plans for each and every project, again, with an allowance for the fixtures. Homeowners, clients meet with us, and the sales rep. We start out in the master showers where we start picking out the shower fixtures, because those are the ones where we need the diverter valves and what's called the rough end valves. You need that in the very beginning stages with some fixtures in order to be able to complete the rough end stages. So we always start there. In this case, the first thing that is typically prompted in this case is we ask for what type of jets we're going to use, if we're going to use body jets in the master shower, or if we're using the rain head shower system. Is it going to be ceiling mounted, or is it going to be against the wall? All those are different questions that will be asked in this stage of the selection process. So we get that made, we go around the floor plan and get all the other items selected. Once you pick one fixture or selection, it makes it easier to kind of match and keep that theme throughout. So we just go through that entire process, getting those selections made here. Once they're done, we typically will get a quote emailed over to us. They're letting us know right then what that price will be, and then we'll know if we're on or under budget, and we'll pivot from there. Once we've done all this, we've basically done for a lot of the selections, besides some other stuff that we'll show you with roofing and things of that nature. But for the main bulk portion of the selections, we've gotten accomplished is the appliances, we've gotten the cabinets, countertops, in this case lighting, plumbing, and flooring. And we normally do this all in one day. And again, if you will make it part of your process to do everything that we've done here today and get all these selections out of the way up front, it will make your build process tremendously easier. So hopefully this has shown you just a little tidbit of what you can do in your day-to-day business, or if you're a client, what you should do before building your home to make your process run a lot smoother and easier. If there's any particular questions or specific questions related to anything in this process, feel free to hit me up on Facebook Messenger at a lot of you already have me on Facebook, but you can look me up under Raphael Locklear, or you can text me directly at 910-474-6778. I'm Ralph with SoutheasternGeneralContractors.com.
Southeastern General Contractors, where making clients happy is our #1 goal. Learn more at SoutheasternGeneralContractors.com.